Yeah.
Chris, what are your or CJ, what is your
I think my green flag is when when the female or male they embrace the moment, they embrace every little moment and just embrace the moment like it's their last moment with that person. They don't take nothing for granted. They're just happy to be with you. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You could be taking naps together. They just love being with you. It doesn't matter what you guys are doing. They just love being around you. They love everything to do with you. They just don't care what you guys do. They just want to be with you. They just embrace every little thing. They're grateful. And yeah, just that. And I would say like a red flag. A red flag. I'd say a red flag is. I don't really have a red flag. I mean, I would say like a guy friend. Like,
no red flag?
No, okay, I do. Okay, this is controversial. I don't.
She can just do whatever she wants.
Look, okay, hold on.
She can talk to guy friends right now.
I don't mess with guy friends, but I don't care if it's like I don't care. I don't mess with no guy friends. Like.
Oh, you would have hated me.
Yeah.
Look, you would have hated me.
I don't know. It just doesn't matter. I just like there's no way in hell like a pretty ass girl. You can't be friends with a pretty in the back of your mind. A guy thinking like, damn, like is she single? What or like he could be thinking anything. I'll take the chance. Hey, if you down, I'll be with you. And
that's not a real friend.
That's what I'm saying.
Friends,
but a guy could always flip the switch on the girl and end up trying to be, touchy and shit.
Okay. In that sense, youngin, like in that sense, let me talk to you a little bit. In that sense, like that's like saying like I could flip the switch on DJ. Like just because we're opposite sex don't mean you can't be a real friend. Like I think all my women that are friends are beautiful women. But that don't mean I'm gonna flip the switch on them and be like, oh my God, like now that you single, you fine. Like they've been single before.
Oh.
Like, my best friend, we've been friends for 10, 12 years now. Somewhere in between that. But she at times it's been gaps where we both been single and we never once thought about, hey, like, what's up, girl? Like, nah. That's my best friend. She beautiful. She fine, but I'm not. It's higher. It's higher thinking. It's higher. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but like.
No, I get what you're saying.
You see, we need more men like DeJuan. Because like if niggas in this generation, they don't do that as just friends.
They ain't got the boundaries.
It's pretty hard.
They ain't got the boundaries.
Yeah, they don't got boundaries.
If I'm being for real, most of my like friends are women.
Like
they're women, and it's partially because I grew up in a mainly feminine household, so that's just the dynamic that I'm used to. So like more of my like my closest friends are my guys. Like it's DeJuan, it's Brian, it's Dakari, but like for the vast majority of my other friends, like my casual friends, they're all women. And like it's no sexual attraction.
You got some bad friends, and I'll be like, "Hey, what's up, DJ? What's up with her?" And then DJ be like, "I never try to get at her." I'm like, "Cool, like,
yeah, like I got a whole like lists of if y'all want some, y'all just let me know, and I can try to put you on." But the shit, I'll be doing the same thing for them.
Q don't want none. Q, you don't want no parts, huh? Q.
No. He said if y'all want some, then
I told him anybody but her. I told him anybody but her, and it's because of her.
Hey. I'm just going off my experience, bro.
What did I say about the other one though?
Hey bro. I'm going off my experience.
Right. Q dog,
there are some that are off limits. That's all I know.
I like for me, I'm just not taking no risk. Like if you want to have a guy friend, I could be all you want. Like I could be your girlfriend. Shit, I could be your female friend. Okay, female friend. I could be all. We could
what?
No, like I'm just saying, like you don't need a. Okay, hold on. Let me rephrase that. You don't need a guy. Hold on. You don't need a guy friend when it's me. Like I could be your guy friend. I could be your guy best friend. I'm your boyfriend.
No, it's different.
Like you don't need no one else.
Chris.
No, because that's isolating your partner from other people, and that's
Wait, Chris. Let me break this down to you, because this is just the way I think.
Okay.
If you are with somebody, they are going to have the choice to say yes or no to that nigga.
Right.
If they say yes, that is on them. If they say no and they continue to bring that person around, that is on them. If they say no and they cut that dude off, that is on them. But if that dude never tries anything and your partner is like, this is my friend, you have nothing to worry about. You should not be feeling any type of way about your partner having a friend if that is legitimately a friend. I have 2 female friends that I'm not going to try anything with. If Kira felt some type of way about it, I would let her know, like, that's not happening.
Right.
And
it's not.
If I can say something right here, real quick. If we being honest, that is something that you have to work on in yourself, because that stems from a place of insecurity, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
Because you don't necessarily trust your partner with other people. And like you said, it's going to be their choice whether to, entertain that or, really do anything about that. But
y'all see what I'm seeing?
Two Ronnies.
This nigga got a clone. What the fuck?
It still shows the second version of me. Are you serious?
But
keep going.
Here, to answer your question, what's not happening? I'm not going to try to entertain any of my female friends. Like those are my friends, and that's not happening.
Yeah, Kira also said no shade at all, but she feel like as you get older and experience more with people in relationships, she feel like your perspective on it is going to change, and it is. It is.
Yeah.
Because everything in high school right now, in like going into college right now, is just like, this is my person. I have to protect this person with everything I got. This is my flower.
I didn't think about that.
Y'all are going to meet other people that y'all connect with on a platonic level, and other people that you get along with on that type of level.
Right.
So it's like you're actually doing yourself and her a disservice by not letting her interact with people, because you're trying to cage her in that way.
My thing is, you're setting yourself up for failure right now, bro. Because insecurity. I always told DJ when DJ was in a relationship with
I was insecure.
My friend and his girl. We was all friends before, but they was both insecure. And I'm like, this insecurity go split y'all apart. Go ahead,
and it did.
This is really right. That's what I'm saying. Like, insecurity is one of the most things that can kill your relationship, because you're gonna be feeling jealous all the time. Then she gonna be trying to fight you on that, and then y'all gonna always be fighting.
Right. You're essentially just never gonna feel safe in your relationship.
Right. You gotta find a way to get out of that, because to be honest, like me, like I told DJ this. My friend, his girl at the time, she could be butt naked, and I could be in the room laying right next to her, and I wouldn't even think about nothing. Like, ain't no way. Like, if I wanted our friend, because I knew her before they dated, I would have got her at her back then. And DJ and Q know, like, if I want somebody, I'm gonna let them know from the start. Like, I ain't gonna be like, I'm trying to be your friend. No, I'm trying to. You know,
but we're not talking. Let me say this. Is it necessarily bad? Because since the start, we both set our boundaries out, saying, okay, we both said, okay, we cannot have a friend of an opposite gender. And honestly, now it's what?
No. Go ahead, Chris.
And now it's like, since I have work and there is some female coworkers that I have to communicate with, and I've been telling her that. And honestly, it does get her a little frustrated, but she does. It starts off like that, but she got better at understanding. But it's kind of like inevitable not to encounter the opposite gender some way in your life. So like
Exactly.
honestly, like it's slowly coming to that where it's like, yeah, you could bring opposite genders in your life as friends, but not yet, if you know what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, like, in the beginning of our relationship, we just agreed not to have opposite gender as a friend.
You can't do
that's
that, bro.
very cagey. That's very cagey. And it's like it's not fair to either one of y'all to say that y'all can't have a friend just because of they're of the opposite sex. Now this is where y'all need to mature a bit and say that and really start to question where that comes from. Because I'm not gonna say that it's just either one of y'all's fault. This could have came from some past relationship trauma that y'all could have had individually. You know, it could stem from watching your parents go through stuff where they would, you know, could have been some infidelity or something like that. But like that insecurity itself is not just there and it's always been there and it's always going to be there. There's a source to that. And this is an opportunity for you guys to kind of press in both separately and kind of discover where that came from so you can focus on purging it and like taking that out of yourself so that you can have enough trust in your girl to where if she meets a guy that she's just cool with, like the nigga is just funny, she can enjoy herself and not have to worry about upsetting you because she's laughing at another nigga jokes. Because if a nigga is just funny, then a nigga is just funny. That doesn't mean that she want to, you know, do something with him.
Right.
The nigga's just funny. And on the flip side, it'll be the same thing as like if you met a girl and y'all was kind of like hitting it off in that platonic sense where it's just like, yeah, she cool as fuck. Like she's kind of just like another sister to me. There shouldn't be nothing wrong with that.
My thing is,
I feel you.
I'm gonna take a different approach. I'm not gonna tell you like DJ not wrong for telling you that, but I'm saying like I'm not gonna tell you what to do in your relationship and how to go about it. Like, cause like if that's what y'all agree on, that's what y'all agree on. Every relationship is different, right. And you know if that worked for y'all, that worked for y'all. But my thing is like when you told us the story of how y'all first met and how y'all got together and stuff like that, and you told us how you cut off your best friend for her. I ain't cutting out my best friend for no girl like that. For me, like. Cause that girl, cause really, when you first met Jay, you didn't know if Jay was gonna stay around or not.
Yeah,
you've been around for a while. That's kind of crazy for you to throw her off for another girl that you don't even know that is about to stay. So this friend been riding or die for you, but you don't even know this girl gonna be here next week.
And that is true. Cause say if it doesn't work out, you lost both.
Right. So my thing is, if that's your friend, like people got to understand, like. We got choice and we got we got a thing where we got free will. If you don't want nobody, you can say no. If somebody chooses to cheat, they're gonna choose to cheat where you have boundaries or not. Like if people stand on what they say, a no is a no.
My nigga, like, I got cheated on my birthday. Wasn't nothing finna stop her from doing that.
Wow.
If it wasn't my birthday that was gonna stop her, it was absolutely nothing I could have done. I was gonna stop her. I couldn't have said I don't want you looking at another nigga. She still would have done it.
Right, for real. Cause if
Kira, don't laugh at that. Kira, don't laugh.
I was heartbroken. Okay.
No, don't laugh at that. That ain't right.
I walked home from school that day. I walked 3 hours home from school that day.
Yeah, that's kind of
that almost made me laugh.
That was kind of wild.
That was a crazy story.
You typed it. You can't say you trying to hold it in. You typed it.
Right, you typed it and then press send. That's a whole multiple step process.
I got a story about Kira after this too.
But my thing is, if you got a friend, say you got a friend that's a girl, and she wants you and she wants you bad and all this other stuff. If you keep it in your mind that say no, ain't no way nothing ever gonna happen. Oh, she a friend. Even if that other person has a different idea, just for like you said, dudes flip on girls and be like, oh, you are my friend, but if you give me a chance, if your girl say no and have that same mentality, like I'm only with Chris and I'm only gonna be with Chris, nothing's gonna happen. if you keep that standpoint.
You do have a point.
Yeah. Can I go on a tangent real quick? Can I put y'all on a little game?
What's up?
Yeah.
While I was at this wedding, we actually after the reception and everything like that, we actually had like a little meeting.
I thought you were about to say somebody cheated at the wedding. I was about to say that's kind of cool.
That would have been tough. That would have been tough.
You segue from this conversation, so I'm like, bro, like
no.
This to the wedding, like
it's relevant to this conversation. After the reception, we actually the uncle of the bride actually had like a meeting with all the adults, pretty much going over like it was a marriage operating system, but this goes as far as like any relationship. It's basically just surrounding conflict and what conflict can do in a relationship. It essentially starts off as your girl having some information that may bother her. In this situation, it might be talking to other girls, having other girls as friends, stuff like that. For you, it'd be the same, like just flipped. That is going to breed conflict, and when that conflict gets bred, it's going to trigger your fight, flight, or freeze tendencies, whichever one you do. When you get into that mode, you then are presented with a choice. And that choice is either to quit the relationship or to compromise, which is you guys' compromise was not having any friends of the opposite sex. What that in turn is going to do is build up resentment and resistance to your partner. So that way you guys are just moving in that vicious circle over and over and over again, because every single time you meet a girl and y'all kind of hit it off and enjoy each other's time together, whether it's romantic or platonic, she's going to have a problem with it, and vice versa. Now, like I was saying earlier, the flip side of that, because that's just the compromise side of it. In order to not have to compromise, you have to internalize, which is go inside of yourself, find out in yourself, why does her having a guy friend bother me so much? And then once you understand that and free yourself from it, her having a guy friend is not going to bother you, because you understand that if she's going to cheat, she's going to cheat. And there's nothing I can do to stop that. But her having a guy friend would not bother you. You would maintain your peace in that. And same thing for her. She has to go inside herself, understand and figure out why you having a girlfriend would bother her so much, and free herself from that. Because once you guys are free from that, you guys are only going to respect each other's boundaries more, and as well have the freedom to open up your social circle more. Because who knows, a girl that you meet that could be a really good friend to you could also be integrated into you guys' friend group and be a good friend to her as well. You never know that, but you'll never know that if you don't give yourselves the opportunity to meet those people.
And be like your child's god parent or and stuff like that, and be like real integral in y'all's children's life, because it takes a village to raise a child. So like, the more people you got on your side, the better. Like if you alone raising a child, that's hard. But if you got a community around you, your relationship, and your children, the better.
Well, I'm going to say this real quick, because I'm going to just say, one, I think that's your relationship. It's cool to run your relationship how you want to run your relationship. And let me finish.
I'm just amening. I'm just aiming.
No. I don't need your amen.
Retweet.
Yeah, no, it's cool to run your relationship how you want to run your relationship. All in all, I think that if you do set your boundaries in the way that you want to set your boundaries, there's nothing wrong as long as you communicate and you understand what's going on inside your relationship. Do not say like, oh, I don't want this to happen, and you're trying to move her away from these dudes and everything. Because the reality of it is, another thing, y'all could go to different schools.
For real.
That's another thing that could happen. So it's nothing wrong with her making her connections and stuff at school and finding people that she really likes to be around. But as long as you guys communicate y'all like through these type of things, that's where it's gonna really benefit y'all. It's not really about necessarily saying like, oh, she can't have guy friends. It's really just you just want to feel secure. If you guys talk and make each other feel secure, there should be no problem.
Yeah, y'all should open up about that.
Right.
In a sense.
Because that in turn is gonna make y'all closer. Opening and being vulnerable with her about that, like, look, this is why I'm not comfortable with da 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 da, and being that level of vulnerability is going to garner respect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
go
ahead, Q.
Yeah, I was just
shut up, Q.
like, right, but yeah, like for example, when I was with. Like when me and Kira first started talking, she's like, "Are you a friendly like guy? Like, do you like to talk to everybody?" I said, "I'm not friendly, but I will laugh and joke with people just on the random. Like if I'm in the store talking to the cashier and she say something or anything, like I'm gonna joke with people. I'm not disrespecting you. I'm not gonna flirt with this chick. I'm not gonna do all that. I just like to laugh and joke with people. I do the same thing with dudes. It's just that's how it is. And like." We talked about it, and she understands how I am because she sees how I am as a person now. And there's stuff that I got to understand about her. I'm not going to get into that I kind of have to work on it and take a step back and understand how she is as a person and take my step back into myself and say, okay, I can't be like that every single place because she's not like that. So it's just as long as you guys communicate things and talk through it, it's really that's how you guys set your boundaries. And that's how you learn how to move forward in your relationship. It's not like, oh, these are my boundaries. You can't cross my boundaries. It's your boundaries are supposed to be, these are my boundaries, and let's try to work on our relationship and mold my boundaries so that we can fit in them together. That's really what it is.
For real.
Yeah.
Because my thing is like, all right, so say y'all, because she says you said she's 2 years older than you, or she's like a year older?
Yeah, like a year and a half.
Okay, so like if she's a year and a half, year older than you, like so like you still in high school, so you might go to a college, right? I hope you don't not go to college because you feel insecure because you don't want to, make her feel bad. Because, you shouldn't miss out on experiences because you're afraid to hurt the other person. Because, you shouldn't want to miss out on important experiences in life. But my thing is when you go out to, to a different college, say you go, across state lines, and you go to like Jackson State University, that's in Mississippi, for example, and she's here, so she makes friends here while you're gone because you're not here no more. But she knows y'all boundary, y'all can't have friends outside the opposite sex, so she won't tell you about it. But that's in turn keeping y'all more separate and more apart because she feel like she can't tell you about it. So she having secret conversations and secret, hangouts with these people that just friends. But when you finally figure out about it and finally hear about it, you gonna think it's more, but it's not more. Sometimes it can be more, but sometimes it can't.
A lot of times it will be.
Yes, a lot of times it will be, but it's a chance that it's not. And then you asked her why she didn't tell you, because both of y'all felt insecure about this. But if you would have had this, if y'all would have not had this boundary, y'all would have been. She would have been able to share this with you and possibly share that person with you. Like when DJ and his ex was going through it, she felt like she couldn't have a good time with me. And I felt like I couldn't have a good time with DJ because, their boundaries, they was too insecure and too stuck into their insecurities. And it low-key, like, separated us, me and DJ, it separated me and her, and it separated them. So, like, instead of us all three being together and having fun together, we never felt like we could have fun together. We was all conflicted and stuff like that. But if she make a cool friend that's a guy, he have a good connection with you. That's a friend y'all both have for life. So I don't know. But like we said, your relationship, you're gonna have your boundaries. Everybody has their boundaries in their relationship. So I hope y'all figure it out. But insecurities, that's the thing that's gonna kill relationships. Like 8 times out of 10. Like
Venus flytraps. It
right.
might be slow, but it's inevitable.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Like they said, it's y'all relationship. Y'all are have every right to do what you guys believe is best for you guys' relationship. My whole point is just making sure you guys understand where those insecurities and those parts of you that you feel vulnerable about, where they come from, so that you can free yourself from it. Because I'm saying it more so for you individually. Like, understand where your insecurities come from, so you can free yourself from it, so you can have more of a secure attachment style in your relationships with anybody. With the girl, with your parents, with your friends, with anybody.
We got some few things in the chat. Little Uncle, we don't have no mods right now. Like, this is us. So, like, the thing that they say, like, mods got to check, and, your message is waiting for mods approval to be sent out. Like, it's never going to send because we don't got no mods right now. So, that's just Twitch filtering it out. But we looking for mods, so if you interested, follow the channel and get in contact with us. We'll have you as a mod. Shout out to my boy Jesse. I just followed the channel just now.
Shout out
and
Jesse.
Kira said,
yeah, mod
y'all
Kira.
rock.
Mod Kira up. She deserves it.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that. So that means you gotta be in every stream, Kira.
That means you gotta be in every stream. I mean, you gotta be in every stream. When people start not acting right, you gotta get them out.
Get them out.
You gotta kick them out the club. You gotta be the bouncer.
Ban that guy.
Yeah, you gotta be the bouncer. You gotta be.
Yeah, I will.
She the bouncer to the club.
Yeah, try banner. Nah.
One thing I wanted to point out that Kira said earlier. She said, "Y'all raw. Y'all really lucky and blessed to have each other older and younger males to just sit and talk." Put each other on game and talk about real stuff. That's a blessing for real. And yeah, that's kind of why we started this podcast. And that's why I always have said that, that's kind of like what I was talking about earlier. That's why I'm not, ashamed to tell you what I have been through and my different experiences, because my experiences might help, one of these 4 gentlemen in the podcast, or, they might help me on that experience and help me to change and mold my perspective a little bit to be a better man. And other people ain't, we ain't perfect. So like, if I could add something to my plate that DJ has, that would be better for me. And then if DJ could add something to his plate, then that would be better for him. Like, say if I got cornbread and he got some collard greens, I want some collard greens too.
Yeah, I want some cornbread.
Go ahead and slap that on my plate.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a potluck.
Hey, or you got we creating a potluck here. We getting each other right.
Yeah, man. The whole purpose of us making this podcast and us starting this streaming journey is, essentially so we can all grow together, and like hold each other accountable, because iron sharpens iron. So, we only gonna be as sharp. We only gonna be as strong as our weakest link. So right now, we, as we grow as young men into the men that we aspire to be, like, we're just trying to pull, we're trying to raise the tide so that all the ships come up as well. So,
right.